And welcome back to Daily Wrap. Well, Wisconsin Governor and 2016 presidential hopeful Scott Walker appears to be walking back his stance on immigration. Walker is swapping out an approach that once included a pathway to citizenship for immigrants, for one that focuses more on protecting American workers and wages. Why? Well, it could be an attempt to possibly appease conservatives who may have thought his stance was too liberal. In an interview with Glenn Beck on Monday, the governor said the following on immigration, and we quote, "In terms of legal immigration, how we need to approach that going forward is saying the next president and the next Congress need to make decisions about a legal immigration system that based on, first and foremost, on protecting American workers and American wages. Because the more I've talked to folks, I've talked to Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions and others out there, but it is a fundamentally lost issue by many in elected positions today is what this is doing to American workers looking for jobs. What is this doing to wages are the questions he's asking. And we need to have that be at the foremost of our discussion going forward. Critics are accusing Walker of flip-flopping and putting this libertarian donations and supporters in jeopardy, like the Koch brothers. The governor's team released a statement saying this: Governor Walker supports American worker wages and the U.S. economy and thinks both should be considered when crafting a policy for legal immigration. He strongly supports legal immigration and, like many Americans, believes that our economic situation should be considered instead of arbitrary caps on the amount of immigrants that can enter. What impact do you think Walker's changing stance on immigration will have for him, first in the primaries, then the general? Heather.
You know, I think that, first of all, he's going to have to sort of double down on what kind of policy exactly it is that he's talking about. When he talks about having spoken to Senator Jeff Sessions out of Alabama, he's got a 23-page manifesto on this topic. And listen, there's an argument to be made that that economically there's something to be said there. He does have the flip-flop problem. The woman that used to work for him as the head of communications and then left because she said something bad about Iowa pointed that out today on Twitter and sort of had people going crazy. So I think it's going to depend on exactly what he says and how he says it going forward.
Bill, I mean, sometimes politicians change their stances to a certain extent, and I'm surprised that we're just not using the E word here. He evolved on the issue and realized in 2 weeks, yes, well, evolving has many different stages.
But I have to ask everybody, if we're going to talk about immigration, what does a discussion on immigration entail? It entails a policy. And what is a policy? It's what we're going to do. How many people are we going to let in the country? Who are we going to let in the country? What is the basis of letting people come into the country? And why is the press reacting so hysterically and putting immigrants over people who live and work here? There's 17 million people. There's 17 million people who don't have a job or who are working part-time. The big lie is the unemployment rate. Go ahead, Rick, because I've got an answer for your argument back.
Answer for your answer.
Well, first of all, I'm not even going to go for the easy stuff about the flip-flopping. I'm not even going to do it. I'm just
evolving, Rick.
I'm just enjoying it because I told you so. But what I am going to do is this. The reason that Governor Walker can't give you the policy, Heather, that you're looking for correctly is because there isn't one. Why? Because you, me, Governor Walker, all the people who are going crazy about it, you know where we all came from? Immigrants. And to sit here, we did.
This is a load up.
We did, is it? So it's okay that it's okay that our ancestors.
Is that really seriously? That's your answer? We all came from somewhere?
No, it's that we came from people who were allowed to immigrate
Dear God,
to this
there
country.
are people in this country who don't have work. I know people with advanced degrees
who
can't get a job, and they're being outspent by a tech industry, which is saying we don't have the tech workers. Right. When I've interviewed more workers with advanced degrees, Rick, who can't get a job because
really bad news for you, Bill. I got really bad news for you, and this you can check out on my telephone in the next 5 seconds. The problem that we have with foreigners here getting those
please stop that.
Let me finish, please.
Please stop that.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Prejudicial.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Foreigners.
What would you like
We're
to
not
call
talking about foreigners. We're talking about people. Who are you letting in?
Excuse me.
The immigration issue.
Fine.
Immigrants,
legal immigrants. The problem that we have right now is not that they're staying and taking our jobs. It's that they're leaving after they get our education. We are trying.
Oh my God.
Seriously, really.
Can we let Heather in for a moment?
Yeah, not only that, but could you please give us the facts?
But I mean, here's the thing. We have done it in the past. In the 30s, we changed immigration laws to change the number of people coming in here so that it would lessen things. I do think that there's an argument to be made that it's a good political issue because maybe it allows for a path for citizenship for the people who are here, who will then vote for the person who's the
doesn't
proponent
want a
of
path to
it.
citizenship.
But I'm saying that cutting back on legal immigration could allow for all of the people here who can't get jobs to support that person.
Okay, well, apparently because I'm profoundly confused. Maybe one of you can tell me why every major company in the Silicon Valley is lobbying the
Cheaper
You don't
wages.
let me finish
Cheaper
a question.
wages.
Thank
Cheaper
you.
wages.
Now I'll finish my question, and somebody else can answer.
Actually, we're
So,
5 seconds away, so.
Well, then I'll finish it when we come back because you got to let me ask the question before you give me a wrong answer.
Okay, well, advertisements are no foreign concept on this network. Coming up next, it's Potluck on the Daily Wrap.